What's up, Falcon fans and non-Falcon fans? On today's episode of Falcon Cave, where I'll discuss a Falcon topic, and you guys, the audience, will either like it or hate it. If you guys like it, hit that like button. If you guys hate this type of content, hit that dislike button. It won't hurt your boy's feelings. Well, maybe just a little bit. And also, if you want to do a huge favor for your boy, I know you guys have been doing that recently, hit that subscribe button. It helps out the empire grow tremendously, so I can make more amazing content for you guys on a daily. So on that note, this is some old gameplay I recorded like a year ago. So I feel like I just should release it right now and discuss the three awesome topics I want to discuss for this upcoming 2023 seasons with the Atlanta Falcons. So number one is, which game for me personally will be the most exciting game to see the Atlanta Falcons face this upcoming season? And it has to be the New York Jets, because there are so many plethora of different scenarios that I'm very excited to see them facing in New York, in MetLife Stadium. And number one is Desmond Ridder going against his college roommate, Sauce Gardner, and he has been a baller for the New York Jets, where he had 21 pass breakups, only allowed 36 receptions towards his way, where he was targeted 76 times and only had over 418 yards allowed. That's not that bad, but oh my god, he was a menace against a lot of teams and only allowed one wide receiver to reach 100 yards in a game, and that was T. Higgins, where T. Higgins caught 6 receptions out of 8 with 105 receiving yards. And outside of that, it has not even become close, because he shut down, Gabriel Davis for the Bills, who's been a baller, DJ Chalk, Marvin Jones, DK Metcalf, Jalen Waddle, Alan Lazard, Amari Cooper, and a bunch of other players that we just don't know about. I can't name off of my top of my head, but he completely shut them down. And man, that guy is such a menace. And so I'm very excited to see how Desmond Ridder is going to connect, Drake London in those individual matchups. That's very awesome to see. And then number two is Aaron Rodgers going against the brand new and improved, revamped Atlanta Falcons defensive team in week 13 on December the 3rd. And the reason why I state this is because Aaron Rodgers is getting back his old Green Bay Packers wide receiver corps to help him out, especially in Randall Cobb, who was drafted by the Packers in 2011, through 2018, and then came back in 2021 through 2022, and now with the Jets. After the first time with the Packers, he went with the Cowboys and the Texans, and now he's coming back with Aaron Rodgers. So that's something, a connection I'm really excited to see. Then you got Alan Lazard, who just signed with the Jets previously, and then he got Garrett Wilson, who was their first rookie first round pick last year, and then they got Corey Davis, where a lot of people say he might be in the trade market, but still, that's pretty good wide receiver core that Aaron Rodgers has not had so long in Green Bay. So I'm so excited to see, Aaron Rodgers do his Aaron Rodgers thing back in the old days. So I want to know how the Atlanta Falcons is going to approach this game, how tactical they'll have to use on individual matchups, or how much trickery or fake blitz concepts, or maybe we could see some two safety high concepts we don't get to see a lot when we're facing great quarterback play, but who knows. And number three is weather dynamics. I am a huge fan when it comes to the snow. I prefer the snow than the heat any day of the week, believe that. But we live in the South, especially in Georgia, and we don't get a lot of snow properly when it's in the proper time for some crazy palaver reason. But besides that, I always love snow games. It's always fun to see them in, and I'm very excited to see how the Atlanta Falcons will attack this snow, because it is part of the elements. Remember the last time we went to MetLife Stadium when it snowed? It was back in 2009 against the New York Jets. It was 10-9, or no, it was 10-7. I can't remember exactly, but it was a very close, low-scoring game. But it was a fun game for me to watch back then, and hopefully we can replicate that as well. For my second game I want to talk about is the nervous game, and that is going against the Indianapolis Colts when they hire Shane Steichen as the brand new head coach that was previously the offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2021 through 2022, and he did take them to the Super Bowl, and they were a juggernaut last season. The Eagles were scary, and honestly, they could have won the Super Bowl last year. And yeah, even though people say, it was the players, but you still have to give 50-50 credit to the players and the coaching coaching staff. So I think he will definitely turn the Colts around. Will he do it in a quick speed? Hopefully not this season. But you know what? The Colts are kind of in shambles when you come to star name players. But on offense, they still got, Jonathan Taylor, who's just a beast. Obviously, the quarterback situation with Sam Ehlinger and Gardner Minshew and, Anthony Richardson are not like household names yet. I mean, maybe a little bit for Gardner Minshew if you want to talk about, bridge quarterback wise. But I mean, there's things to be excited about this. They got Michael Pittman Jr., who's been a beast for them ever since. I think he was drafted in 2020, second round, out of USC, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that if I'm wrong, you guys. They got Mo Alley-Cox, who's been a beast for them at the tight end position. I always praise him. And then they got some couple of defenders. I'm not really a Colts fan, so obviously I don't know all, dive in detail of their entire roster. But as a insider looking out, not looking in, they still got a pretty good offensive line, if I'm not mistaken. And the only problem is, will Anthony Richardson take them a step above? And you know how I feel about Anthony Richardson. I feel like he should go back to Florida for one more extra year because to me, he still needs to work on his passing game. I mean, the run game is legit. I mean, I can see the Lamar Jackson, Cam Newton aspect compilation prize, if you want to talk about that. But I still feel like, if Anthony Richardson kind of picks up, because we play the Colts in Week 16 on December the 24th, so there's a long gap wait before we even get, to play them. So they can definitely, kind of stink up the play for like 3 to 5 games. And then they could kind of get better at the middle end of their season. I mean, it could be a problem for us. So this one's really a toss-up. I hope on paper we can crush them, demolish them. But you know how Atlanta Falcons, face, rookie quarterbacks. It doesn't work very well against us for some reason. I don't know why, but that's just my nervous game. So number 3, it is the revenge game. Last time I did this type of content, for my revenge game, I did the Washington Commanders, and I'm going to do it again because back in 2021, we lost to them 34-30. We almost won until Tyler Heineke just stepped in and just blew my dreams away, crushed them. And then last year, previously in 2022, Tyler Heineke did it again, where they scored 19 points and we only scored 13 points, and that crushed my dreams again. Man, the Washington Commanders keep crushing the Falcons. Remember back in the old days where we were just killing the Washington Commanders since 2006? Well, since Tyler Heineke is with us, that will never happen again. So hopefully we can rectify this and beat the Washington Commanders in our house again. So do you guys agree with me? Disagree with me? Thank you guys for watching this to the very end. So what do Falcons do? Rise up. Until the next episode, show love and peace to the world, and peace.